A German shepherd has been waiting for his soldier at the train station every day for 8 years. The dog is still hopeful that his master will return one day, but no one knows how much longer he can keep this up. The dog's name is Toro, and he is an 11-year-old German shepherd. He lives in Argentina, and every single day he goes to the train station hoping that his soldier will return. 8 years ago, Toro was just a 3-year-old dog when his soldier had to leave him behind. It broke his heart, but he still waited every day for his return. And now, 8 years later, he's still waiting for his soldier. But why? Why does this dog still wait for his soldier after all these years? What happened all those years ago? Well, let me tell you. It was love at first sight when Matias first saw Toro. It was clear that they were meant to be best friends forever. And so they went home together. From that moment on, they were inseparable. They went everywhere together and did everything together. It didn't matter what they did. As long as they were together, they were happy. And they lived like this for many years. But then, one day, it was time for Matias to leave. He had to go away for a while, but he promised Toro that he would be back soon. Of course, Toro didn't understand what was happening. All he knew was that his beloved soldier was leaving him, and he was very sad about it. But Matias promised to return, and that gave Toro hope. So when Matias left, Toro waited for him at the train station. He stayed there for hours and hours, but Matias never came back. When Toro finally went home, he was heartbroken. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and still Toro waited for his soldier. He missed him so much, and he wanted him back. But Matias never returned, and as the months went by, Toro began to lose hope. But then something amazing happened. One day, Toro was at the train station as usual, waiting for Matias, when suddenly he heard a familiar voice calling his name. It was Matias. He had finally come back. Toro couldn't believe his ears. He ran towards Matias and licked his face as hard as he could. He was so happy that his soldier was back. But Matias was confused. He didn't understand why Toro was there, or why he was so excited to see him. You see, Matias had been gone for so long that he had forgotten all about Toro. He thought that maybe the dog had moved on and found a new owner, but he was wrong. Toro hadn't forgotten him, and he had waited for him every single day for almost a year. Matias was touched by Toro's loyalty. But he couldn't take him back. He had a new life now, and he couldn't just append it to accommodate a dog. He tried to explain this to Toro, but the dog wouldn't have it. He wanted his soldier back, and he wasn't giving up. So every day, Toro waited at the train station for Matias. He hoped that his soldier would change his mind and take him back. But every day, Matias would arrive with his new family and tell Toro that he couldn't stay with him. This went on for many months, and Toro began to grow weaker. He was an old dog now, and all of this waiting was taking its toll on him. But he still held out hope that Matias would return one day. And that brings us to today. It's been 8 years since Matias left, and Toro is still waiting for him at the train station. No one knows how much longer he can keep this up, but he's still hopeful that his soldier will return one day. People have tried to help Toro, but he won't budge. He knows that Matias will come back, and he's not giving up hope. One day, a kind woman named Lucia noticed Toro at the train station. She couldn't believe that he was still there waiting for Matias, so she decided to help him. She bought him food and water and made sure he was comfortable while he waited. She also talked to the local people and told them about Toro's story. Soon, everyone in town knew about the loyal dog who was waiting for his soldier. They started bringing him food and treats and even toys to play with. One day, Lucia decided to take things a step further. She went to the local vet and told him about Toro. She asked if he could check in on the dog and make sure he was healthy. The vet agreed, and he visited Toro at the train station. He gave him a checkup and made sure he was up to date on his shots. He also gave him some medicine for his arthritis, since the old dog was in a lot of pain. After the vet left, Lucia sat down next to Toro and petted him. She told him how amazing he was and how proud she was of him. She also promised to never leave him alone. She felt bad for the dog because she knew that he was abandoned and no one took care of him, so she decided to adopt him and give him the home he deserved. Toro was hesitant at first, but eventually he warmed up to Lucia. He loved spending time with her, and he enjoyed the attention. He was also grateful for the food and the medicine she gave him. One day, Lucia took Toro to the park. He hadn't been outside in a long time, and he was eager to explore. He ran around the park and played with the other dogs. He was so happy that he had someone who cared about him again. When Matias heard about what Lucia had done, he was angry. He couldn't believe that she would take Toro away from him. He had been waiting for the dog to come back to him, and he didn't want anyone else to adopt him. But Lucia stood her ground. She told Matias that Toro needed a home and that he couldn't just keep waiting at the train station. She also pointed out that Matias had abandoned Toro 8 years ago, and that he had no right to take the dog away from her now. Matias argued that he was Toro's original owner, and that he should be the one to decide what happens to him. But Lucia refused to back down. She knew that she had done the right thing, and she wasn't going to let Matias take Toro away from her. In the end, Matias had to accept that Toro was no longer his dog. He was sad, but he knew that it was for the best. Toro was in good hands now, and he would be taken care of. As the years went by, Toro grew older. He was now 11 years old, and he wasn't as active as he used to be. But he was still full of love, and he still had a lot of affection to give. Every day, he would wake up early and go to the train station. He waited all day for Matias, but deep down, he knew that his soldier would never come back. One day, Toro didn't get up. He had been waiting for Matias for so long that his body simply gave out. He died at the train station, waiting for his soldier. When Lucia found out, she was heartbroken. She had tried so hard to make Toro's life better, but she couldn't save him. She buried him in the backyard of her house and made a headstone for him. It read, "Here lies Toro, the most loyal dog who ever lived. Even though Toro is gone, his story lives on." People still talk about the German shepherd who waited for his soldier for 8 years, and they marvel at his loyalty and devotion. Toro may be gone, but he will never be forgotten. What do you think about this story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.